Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing this full face of e.l.f. cosmetics. Would you even think this was all e.l.f. cosmetics if I didn't tell you? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure because this is beautiful. I feel amazing in these products. But yeah, look. All I have here is e.l.f. cosmetics. We're using all really popular products that they have along with some other products you might not know that they have. And watch how I put this entire look together. I feel so flawless and I really love how all this came out. Everything you know is just a few dollars at e.l.f. And there's so many products I can't even show you all right now, but watch the video and you'll see all of them in action and why I love them so much. And they're just a few dollars, so when you see them, pick them up and try them out, and let's go ahead and use them right now. The first product I am going in with is this Happy Hydration Cream. This cream feels like a luxury cream. I'm gonna pick it up with my e.l.f. Putty Primer applicator so I don't get my fingers all in the tub. And I love this cream so much. Well, I'm gonna keep that open because I'm going to use that while I do my makeup. I also have this other tool I can get product out, so that's always very useful to have. I always love to have a fan when I do my makeup also because I feel like it really helps the product dry, like primer and foundation and everything. So you'll see as we do this. I am putting on my e.l.f. Ride or Die Lip Balm. This is the mint, and I love how shiny it makes your lips. And it's super nourishing. I love this flavor, Mighty Mint. It literally is the same as the Glossier ones, but $4 compared to $14. It's really great. I want to start with my complexion today. I have two e.l.f. primers here. I have the matte putty primer and I have the mint melt primer also. I have been loving both of these primers. I'm gonna use the same applicator. This is for this primer. This primer I do in the middle of my face, so you really want to get the T-zone, and anywhere you just want to make sure you're not shiny. So like over here, I don't want to be shiny, just like that. Everywhere but the cheeks, really. Now my mint melt primer, I love this one so much. My Hydra Grip primer just lasts forever, and I'm kind of over it because I've been using this one so much more now, and I like this one even more. I really make sure I get this on my cheeks mostly. I want to be matte here, and then I want to make sure the makeup really grips on the cheeks because that is where I have, you know, I have some texture there in my forehead, and I want to make sure all the makeup is really sticking. Now I'm going in with the e.l.f. Camo, and I am in the shade Light 210 Neutral. Packaging is so cool. I usually do 3 pumps on my hand, clean off my applicator, and put this much moisturizer with my foundation. Just gonna place what's left on there. This is the Complexion Duo Brush from e.l.f. And now I am picking up that mixture some more, placing it where you definitely want your coverage first, and then I'm gonna buff it in. I also have the e.l.f. sponges here that I like a lot, so it is so full coverage, and the reason that I put the moisturizer is to just make it a little more malleable to the skin and give it a little more of a skin-like finish because it is so nice and full coverage. It might make it lose the tiniest bit of coverage, but I build it up anyway. I like to go in layers and not just put all the product right away. I am taking what's left on my hand with this e.l.f. sponge And I really love this sponge because of this flat top. This side has a little more surface area to it, and I feel like it just really pushes in that product. Make sure you get your ears. This is a great shade match also. Make sure everything is worked in. And then I'm gonna use a different sponge to do my concealer. I have 3 e.l.f. concealers. I have 2 of the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have Light Peach and Light Sand. I start with Light Sand. It's my darker one. Light Peach is my under eye corrector. I'm gonna put a bunch of this on my hand. I'm going to take a little moisturizer, put it next to it. My Camo concealer sponge. I'm just letting you know I did use it with my e.l.f. Putty blush because I was just excited. I got those at the same time. And so this makes them a little big, but it's okay, we're gonna work with it. I got them at the same time and I wanted to use it, so I used it with the blush, and that was a bad idea because now it's stained, but I'm gonna just stain the sponge. This is a medium color for me of a concealer. It's a little lighter, so I'm popping it through the entire center of my face. I'm taking the Light Peach, and this one is just for my eyes. I'm gonna let that sit. I have the Brightening Concealer, the newer one, and I'm putting a little here. I have a tendency to bring my contour a little too low over here, so I'm gonna try to control it with that. I really love how light coverage this is because we are just lightening up more coverage that we put. I have a lot of texture and like dark marks over here. I'm gonna take what I have left of the foundation, stamp it here. But we're also gonna use powder to really make sure everything has a good amount of coverage. I used all these products yesterday for a little wear test, and everything lasted amazing the entire day. The coverage lasted, the colors lasted, because I also use powder products on top of these amazing cream products. I have oily skin, so there is no way I can just use cream products. You want to make sure you're lightening in here. Actually gonna take a little more. Just focus it there and here. These parts, I just started lightening with concealer, and I really find it makes a big difference. And then we're gonna go in and be careful with our contour. We're gonna contour between there, so everything is really gonna pop. You could do the contour before, you could do it after. It really is up to you. I like to use the light color before, but now I'm gonna go in with my contour shade. This is the Hydrating Concealer in Deep Cinnamon. And using a deeper concealer is really a great technique because it really lasts. And these are so creamy, these concealers, so I don't even feel like I'm putting a lot more coverage. I really love these e.l.f. products. This is where we have to be a little more careful. I need some more. Oh, I literally got these artist's brush set. So I'm placing it, connecting it to my brow, and then I want to bring it through the crease, just like that. You want to go like this. Connect. And then this nice little artistic line. Now I'm using the other end of that brush. Pat the edges. Want to make sure everything is blended over here because this is where people really look. I just love this sponge so much. I'm gonna take that Brightening Concealer again. Hi. I like to push a bunch out and then drag it. Put a little here, a little lower, here. I feel like, yeah, these were like almost sold out when I went to get mine. And I feel like they're gonna be super sold out. Because it just layers, builds so nicely, brightens so nicely. A little more here. It's just great for bringing that brightness back to your skin after you contour. Put this in here. Also, on the lid, I'm just gonna use this again. The HG powder I save for last, and I just do that around the perimeter because it has like a luminance to it. And then, so what I am gonna do is start with the sheer powder, and I am gonna mix some also because I have more of a pinky powder, and then I have a medium color foundation color powder. I don't like to use my blenders again for powder because the liquid in them and the powder, it just doesn't work. So I'm gonna grab my powder brush from Anissa Beauty. These, all of them are so finely milled that you can't feel them, you can't see them. A lot of girls have been loving this powder. I have been seeing you guys use it. And look how it just blurs the skin. And it is purely translucent. Oh, I keep forgetting. I always forget about the blush. But, okay. I keep on forgetting about the Putty blush. I just always get into those powders. It's just what happens to me. It's okay. First I'm going into and it doesn't mess anything up. You actually have to use a bunch to even make it show up. I like that actually. I don't normally put it on after powder, but I think it looks nice. And I'm gonna go into Turks and Caicos. And I'm just gonna put that on the lower cheek. And this one, some on the nose. I like really have to warm them up first and then they get on the skin. Yeah, so you can totally use these on top of their powders because their powders are so sheer. Some of the deeper ones, the clear, translucent. And just bop that all over. Contour brush first. And then spread it out. So this one's denser. I just don't want to get the bronzer all over my face. Just tapping this in. Need an eyeshadow brush. And all these layers of contour really help the longevity and just make the skin look poreless. So go over your contour if you feel you want it to pop a little more. Want to get the bottom here. Now blush. This Anisa highlight brush. This blush is so pigmented, it's crazy. It's the Primer Infused Blush in Always Silly, and it's literally the most pigmented thing in the world. I love this. I want to go back in a little with the pink powder. Take my little sponge here. These are just from Amazon, and they're amazing. You want to just even out that powder. I like to look up. The powders and the foundation are so worth it. I love all these complexion products. The blush is gonna last forever, and it's a beautiful blush. Be controlled where you're putting everything because there is a lot of pigment to everything, but the cream products especially are also amazing, and I always love my complexion when I am using my e.l.f. products. I loved my makeup yesterday and I love it today, and that's because I'm using these amazing affordable products. Now I'm gonna get to the eyes, and before I do my eyes I'm gonna do my brows. I have my e.l.f. Just gonna do some combing. The glue I used is the Got to Be Glued. It's in CVS. It's just a, it's like a hair gel. And it's super popular. And then fill in. I like to bring them down. Yeah, so I do them much thicker than my natural brow. Using today, I'm gonna start with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. And I love this product. You'll see it really coats the brows. It's not thick and gloopy. It's very thin, and it just gives them a little more dimension. This is a lighter color. I want to find a deeper color, but I don't want to get rid of that one. So I will keep it. I'm gonna do some hair-like strokes. Yeah, so I basically plucked a lot of my brows so I can just draw them in how I like. I'm gonna use some concealer. This is the Light Peach Camo Concealer. So I really like doing that. Another little artist brush. And then this I'm gonna use as my eye primer. They have an eye primer and I heard people really liked it, but I just don't need it. And even though e.l.f. is more affordable, I can't just buy every single product. Even though I've had some of these products for longer and didn't just buy them for this video, some of them I had to repurchase because I used to have, some of them I had never tried. But it just makes it look so much better. Look at that. And just back on my hand. I don't know if anyone else uses these brushes. I still have my contour here, but the concealer goes over powder really well. And I love that because I use it to fix things all of the time. I have this Mad for Matte Holy Smokes palette, and this is kind of like the Urban Decay palette that just came out. I've never really been a fan of e.l.f. shadows, but then they're bite-sized shadows. It's super pigmented. Were just so popular. So I'm doing a normal neutral eye look. And this is going on really well. I just want to pack it in here. And I'm gonna build it up with another brown. So this is like a beautiful taupe color. These are all very cool toned in this palette, but they are really beautiful colors. So that was very nice. I'm gonna put a little more here. Now, same brush, the brown right next to it. Just focusing right there. Now I'm just gonna take this Kenzie brush and some of the light shade and just go around and diffuse the outside. I'm gonna take this other tan shade and just stick to the top. This little, it's a crown? I don't know, the name came off or something. I'm going to spray this with the Dewy setting mist. Better pack this light color. Definitely want to get it over here. And then just under that crease color, put that in the inner corner also. Make sure that's nice and bright. The dark brown just on the corner. You don't want to bring it in past your pupil. You have a lot of precision when you hold it low also, just with the lighter color on the inside. And that's it for eyeshadow. We have some liner and mascara. And I'm gonna put some lashes on. e.l.f. doesn't make lashes, but so you want to go from the bottom. So I have to be honest, I had to wet this before because yesterday it was not performing well for me. I'm just gonna leave the wing. Okay. Let's see if I can do that again. I'm pretty sure I can. This one's a little bigger. I like the small one. How cute is this little one? Okay, I have to make it a little bigger. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I think it's good. It's always a struggle with liner, making them even, making one a little bigger, and then you try to make the other one a little bigger, and you have to like start over, and no one has time for that. You just put in an hour of work on your face, and you don't want to do that. So I try to be super careful. So that is our whole face. I'm just gonna spray and put on highlighter. This velour Lash and Go. If you can, just cover the liner. You kind of like place it on and then you put it a little more angled like this to go with the liner. So I'm going to do the lighter brown and literally just place it there and place it here. I'm going to bring it to a little bit of a point, the lighter one. bring it in to the bottom here. Here I have the e.l.f. Lash It Loud mascara. I would put this on before the lashes, but I forgot. But I can still get all these lashes. I like to do the fan after the mascara and like look down because the bottom lashes go up and there's more space for not touching your skin right there. I have this beautiful little e.l.f. highlight palette. A little of these two and some of that one. I'm gonna get this shadow brush, this crease brush, and do it. You really have to build it up, and you can build it up. It does let you build it up. But until you build it up, it just looks like weird little texture. And I just do it one more time. And that builds it up, so I do it twice. A little on my nose. A little over here. Now, last but not least, I have my lip products. I have this lipstick duo for day and night. So I start with the night color. And I just do the edges. So I'm getting another little painting brush. And you just want to blend when they meet. Yep, just a little, the juicy gloss. And I'm gonna do the same thing. And look how pretty. It's so pretty. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this e.l.f. look because I feel so flawless in these e.l.f. cosmetics goodies, and I hope. Thank you so much for spending your time with me and watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.